The East Division Series comes to Veterans Field tonight. Chatham looking for the sweep against the Harwich Mariners after taking a 1-0 series lead last night on the backs of a stellar pitching performance by Simon Matthews. Jake Eisenberg alongside John Schiffner for another manager show this season. And Skipper, we'll start with Simon. Yesterday, your thoughts on his performance?
It was as close to perfect as it can be. I mean, the numbers will tell you he threw 99 pitches, 75 strikes. Hello, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. He's throwing 75% strikes. That's incredible. From all angles. His breaking pitch was there, his fastball was there, his off-speed stuff. And it was just a masterful performance, a gem, absolute gem.
Was there one pitch in particular you think was working for him better than others?
I think his slider was really, really good. He just, it just seemed to be like they all thought it was going to be a fastball inside, and they kind of took it and boop, just caught the middle, the inner third. And then every once in a while he'd throw the slider off the dish, and they with 2 strikes they had to go for it sometimes. I mean, he just threw a great game. He just, fastball strikes were outstanding. I mean, I didn't see the chart of his each pitch for strikes, but it was a great outing. I mean, but yeah, I think that was the pitch that really got him, where the hitter thought, this is going to be a little inside. I'm not going to take it. A little slider came right in there and they inside third.
You mentioned last night this is the best pitch performance you remember seeing over the last 12 years, and that goes back to Glenn Swanson in 2004. How do they compare?
I can't say that it's the best. I mean, we've had some pretty good performances the last 12 years. Andrew Miller pitched here less than 12 years ago, so it was a very good performance, and it got better because it was against arguably the best team in the league in the playoffs. So that really puts it in a higher esteem. But it was a well-pitched ball game, extremely well-pitched ball game. And again, Swanee goes back. Swanee won a complete game a number of years ago. We toyed with the idea of letting Simon go. Bones looked at me and I said, how many? He says 99, and I kind of said, ooh. And he goes, yeah, I think we should make the change. And I said, agree. Let's get Witt out there. And when Simon came off, Simon very rarely likes to be taken out of a game. And when we said, okay, Simon, that's enough, he kind of, so we knew we were right. We knew at that point he was out of gas.
Why Garrett Whitlock?
He's really thrown the ball extremely well. Good matchup against them, although they're first baseman from Virginia. I mean, I wish he'd sprain his ankle or something so he can't play against us anymore. He just wears us out. He and Clement just wear us out. I think somebody looked up, between the two of them, they have 25 or 28 hits against us. I mean, stop it. So, but in theory, it's a great matchup. Hard fastball, really, really tight slider against a mostly right-handed hitting team. Garrett was, that was a good matchup for him. And, he figured it out. And, you pitch with a lead at that point. He put one down the middle, and, Mickey Mantle hit one to the fence. So what are you going to do? But he got the job done.
A week ago against Cotuit, this team lost 1-0, and it seemed like playoff hopes were bleak. Did you ever imagine having a 1-0 series lead over Harwich at this point?
Not really. No, I didn't. I would say if anybody's going to have a chance, I think we've really matched well against Harwich, but I wasn't sure at that point if we were going to make it. We just had a number of things against us, and we just battled back and got the huge win over Orleans, and here we are. And last night, it proves what I said prior to. We match pretty well against Harwich. Our best pitching is right-handed. Our best pitching is slider, fastball, right-handed, and that's they're a right-hand dominated team.
You mentioned the right-handedness, but tonight it's a left-hander who takes the mound. Bo Burrup making his second start for Chatham. What do you expect out of him?
Well, you're going to see a lot of change-ups. Did you hear that Harwich dugout? There's going to be a lot of change-ups, okay? We're not going to fool you. It's change-ups because they're all right-handed, and I think Bo can do it. I think Bo has the ability to do it. He's a control pitcher. He did a nice job. I forget who he started against. He got the win. I don't know who was that. Yeah, okay. That's a pretty good team. That's a pretty good team. So, Bo knows what he's doing out there. And again, it's off-speed fastball. I don't see why we can't do that. I mean, we should produce more runs, obviously, to help him. But I think the matchup's fine for us. Let's see how Bo can do.
You're looking to produce more runs against B.J. Myers, who started the All-Star game for the East Division here back on July 23rd. Last night, 2 of the runs of the 3 were unearned, but it seemed as though you got some timely hits.
Well, we swung the bat pretty well last night. We hit the ball again on the nose several times. Some made through, some again did not. That's us. That is us. So let's see how we do. We've been swinging the bat pretty well. Even in that Katuitt game where things didn't look bleak, we swung the bat well. We just didn't get any breaks. So about the last 2 weeks, the only game we didn't swing well was that no-hitter. I mean, that was just total domination. The night before, I don't know who we played the night before, and we didn't get a lot of hits, but I didn't feel as though we were dominated by that pitcher. And I don't think we've been overly dominated. We just didn't get any breaks. And I think that's, again, we got to put the ball in play. We got to execute. We missed on some signs yesterday. We missed on some execution, and we still get a 3-1 win. So we talked about that after the game, that let's pay attention to the signs, please. It's 46 games now we played. We should know the freaking signs. And, let's execute. When you do get the sign, we got to execute.
Yesterday I asked you what you thought this team's chances were of making it to the finals and winning the championship. Today, have those thoughts changed?
Well, it's one at a time. I mean, I think we can. Do we have the depth in our pitching staff to go that far? That would be a big question mark. Do we have the heart? Yes, we have the heart to win the championship. Do we have the bodies? Do we have the ability to do that? That's the question.
It's Bo Burrup taking the hill for the Anglers tonight. Chatham looking for a 2-0 series win over the Harwich Mariners. They've been one of the best teams in the Cape League all season long, but last night it was the Anglers with a 3-run victory. Schiff, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much, Jake.
Evan, back to you.